Making minimalism happen. This is part one of a three-part series. This part is titled Intellectual Readiness, and this covers the mental part of it. This is to give encouragement, to get motivated and excited about becoming a minimalist, getting mentally prepared before doing anything physically. Number one, you don't need that much. If we were to go in most people's houses and take out everything except the bare necessities, we'd probably be taking out 95% or more of their stuff. So, therefore, it's okay to be a minimalist. Number two, know that it is okay to have just what you need. I remember when I first joined the workforce, there were people who thought people were weird because they didn't have a lot of stuff in their house. They didn't have much furniture or whatever it was that they didn't have. But back then it was an economic boom and everybody had a lot of stuff. But now I know that they were wrong for thinking people were weird just because they didn't have a lot of stuff in their house. Those people were not weird, they were smart. Number three, know that you don't have to do the same things other people do. When I first joined the workforce and didn't have a clue about any of this stuff, and I was very impressionable, I remember there was some people that I worked with that went to the store and bought a bunch of clothes. And I didn't understand why they were doing that. I hadn't bought a lot yet. And I thought, am I supposed to do this? Is this what you're supposed to do once you become an adult and have your own paychecks? Are you just supposed to go buy a lot of stuff like this? Now look back and realize how naive and ridiculous I was. No, you don't have to do things just because other people do it. Know that it is less stressful to only have what you need. You feel better, lighter, and more free. So it is definitely okay to only have what you need. If you say, I have too much stuff, there's no way I could ever be a minimalist. Just know that that's okay because it is a process. It will not be done in a day. If you say that you have too much stuff and very little time, there's no way you can do it. Just remember, there's no time limit. If you say, I've got so much stuff, if I work on it a little bit each day, I won't even be putting a dent in it. Just remember, yes, you will be. As long as you go forwards and not backwards, you're always making progress. Number eight, you might say, but I want to keep all my clothes. I don't want a capsule wardrobe. But that's okay because there is no wrong or right way to do this. And then you might say, well, doesn't section 1, subsection 2, item number 5 of the minimalism manual say that we're only allowed to have 3 outfits? No, there is no minimalism manual. You can have all the outfits you want. And I think number 9 is the best one, the coolest one. We get to personalize it. We don't have to do it the way anybody else does it. We don't have to do it the way they say to do it. We get to do it our way. It's personal to us. It has our own personality on it. And you might say, but doesn't the Handbook of Minimalism Laws, Rules, and Regulations in Section 1, Subsection 2, Item number 7, say that we're only allowed to have one couch? But I entertain a lot. I need 2 couches. No, there is no minimalism law book. You can have 2 couches. And you might say, but I love purple. I want a lot of purple in my house. And doesn't Section 2, Subsection 1, Item number 3 say that we are not allowed to have any color? We only have to have black, white, and gray? No, no such handbook exists. And on to number 10. Minimalism is tried and true. Other people have tested this out and paved the way. And it really does affect the other areas of your life, your job, your relationships. It just makes them a lot less stressful and a lot more fun. Number 11, there's a lot of encouragement out there. There's lots of books and videos about minimalism. And I will tell you what book gave me a lot of encouragement. The very first minimalism book I read is the one by Tammy Strobel. I had too much stuff and junk and I wanted rid of it. And I remembered what the people at my work site said about people being weird about not having much stuff in their house. But at that point, I didn't care what anybody said. I just knew that I wanted rid of all this stuff. And then when I read her story, it made me realize, oh, I am not in this alone. There's other people who feel the same way about this that I do. So when I read her story, I went out and got her book, and I read her book. You deserve this. You've paid your dues. You're the child of a king. You deserve stress-free or low stress. You deserve to be the best version of you. You deserve minimalism. And you might say, this is just all too daunting. I can't do it. Make a game out of it. Make it fun. And now we're mentally ready to get our hands dirty and to do some physical labor and to actually get this minimalism done. Just remember, I will never tell you to get rid of something that you want to keep. In fact, I'm usually the opposite. I will encourage people to keep things if they're not sure. And if minimalism isn't for you, you can always go back to your old ways. So I will see you in part 2.